I won 150 mo.gold from the Shotbow Mayhem event. And in this video I want to show the run and explain how we actually did it. But first of all, some info about the event itself. So it featured a new weapon called the Shotbow. And there were 7 waves which you would have to complete as fast as possible. And the people at the top of the leaderboard would be getting mo.gold from Joao, the community manager of Moco. Because the day the event went live, he posted on Twitter that the top of the leaderboard would get that mo.gold. So as for me, I played this with Shades and Sean, my 2 partners in crime, and we played for about 25 hours. It was such a grind. There's a lot of RNG involved in the event, but eventually we pulled through and we got a decent time and we won mo.gold, of course. So now I'm gonna show the run. I've got 2 POVs, one is from myself, the other one is from Shades, and I'll just explain how we got 3rd place in the event. So first of all, in wave 1, as you can see here, we have 2 people going to the left and 1 going to the right. I always take the right side because I was used to it at this point. And I just wait on the right. Now as for Shades and Sean, they would go to the left. They would kill all the spitters and stuff. And as you can see here, Shades is going deep in here, while Sean stays a bit closer to the right. Because after Sean has killed all his stuff, as you can see here, there's nothing red anymore. He also comes to the right to help me. Now Shades just finishes this off. And that's wave 2 at around 4:44, which is actually a really good run. Now if you go back to my POV, 4:04, I stand here and I already start shooting to the upper right because the spitters will spawn here and knights will spawn here. So now wave starts, and as you can see, Sean is already here. He's gonna take those 2 groups of enemies and I took those 2. So what I usually did here is start here, walk to the right and then walk upwards, because there's an issue with the knights where they get to push you and you always want to shoot like to the top left, to the left side. But if they push you, they might get to the right side of you and you would shoot to the right side and there's nothing here. So yeah, I play this pretty decent, I believe. Yeah, here's a bad shot to the bottom. I would prefer to go to the left. As you can see, Sean and Shades are now here killing the other stuff. Yeah, so I got a 29. And they also got a 29. And that's like really good on pace. So now we go to the bottom. I'll show Shades POV again. As you can see right here, they kill the other swarm that's still here. Now we go to the bottom. And there's 2 X-hoppers, and that's the first part of the RNG, which is really annoying, which took us a lot of time. So the X-hoppers have 2 main attacks. They can twirl, which makes them move a lot, or they can jump backwards. If they twirl, we want to stand on the walls, because then they would have less places to go to. And if they jump backwards, we would have to try to get them to stack upon each other, because then we can use the piercing attack from the shotbow to deal more damage. So as you can see, they stand on the walls here. One's twirling already, one jumped. This one still hasn't twirled yet, At this point I'm also here helping. Second one is twirled. They have pretty good positions. Now we're at 08. And 08 is also still pretty good on pace. Back to my POV. So yet again, I go to the right and Shades and Sean go to the left. And this wave has 4 X-hoppers, which is even worse than 2 X-hoppers. There's even more RNG involved. So I had one issue here, I was too far down. So I wasn't back up here early enough, which means, as you can see here, there's some swarm going towards the van. And that's an issue because now I have to go up there and tag him with my bow. That means also those guys go upwards. Now usually we want those two to twirl like to the middle or downwards, because the next wave will be at the bottom. So here we have to kill the swarm so it doesn't go to the van. As I do here. Now that swarm is small enough, we can go downwards with everyone, and we have all the X-hoppers at the bottom as well. Now we just keep shooting until they're dead. Yeah, he is a bit unfortunate. This one still had a lot of HP, otherwise it could have been like 38. 38 is pretty good. But now it's gonna be like 34. Yeah, 34, he even jumped back again, which also is like 1 second lost. Now it's dead. And this wave is the ladybug. The ladybug was a bit of an issue at the start, but eventually we figured something out. So we walk through the first two groups of enemies. Then here's the ladybug. There's a chance she walks forward, which is what we want, because we have to go up again in the next wave. And this time she did walk forward, so that's nice. So what we all do here is immediately get on top of her, so we can deal a lot of damage. Now, this is an explosion attack, which currently is still fine, because she's still high HP. But once she's lower HP, we want her to do a wave attack, because that would take a lot of time, and that means she can't do a second spawn. So we stand below her to kill all the spitters and blowers. This is her first spawn, so she's gonna spawn a few guards. As you can see, one at the bottom here, one at the top. We still hit her, and now she's half HP. So what we used to do here to put the RNG in our favor is stop attacking for like 1 or 2 seconds. That way she would have more time to do another attack rather than to do a second spawn, because second spawn happens around like 30%, 40% HP. So we're waiting a bit. Now she does the wave attack, as you can see. But unfortunately we got stunned by the guard, so we lose some time. Also, just to clarify, this is just a reference run. It's not the best run ever. It was like 10 seconds away from the best run we had. So now the wave attack is happening, we dodge it, we get right on top of her again, and we immediately start bursting her down, because if we don't kill her soon enough, she will still do her second spawn. We just keep attacking her. This time we were too slow. As you can see, barely a bit of HP left, and there's still a lot of spitters alive. Usually they were already dead. So she does a second spawn here. Usually we would avoid that by killing her early enough, but this time that wasn't the case. Now we just clean stuff up, and then we still do the second wave because it's just a reference video. Fucking terrible. So 6th wave, I go to the right again. This time Sean stays at the bottom and Shades goes to the left. So this wave there's 3 overlords, 1 on each side with a lot of swarm, as you can see here. And in wave 7 there's actually a bug, because there were 2 heavy spitters on the sides. But if you don't kill the overlords from the 6th wave on those sides, the heavy spitters wouldn't spawn. So our strategy is to not kill the overlords, but do kill everything else, so that we wouldn't have to waste time on the heavy spitters on the 7th and last wave. So as you can see, we go up again, and there's a lot of swarm on the van, because there's no way we get from all the way down here to up here soon enough. So what we have to do again is go up to the van and tag all the enemies so they get aggro on us. After that's done, as you can see, there's nothing on my van anymore. There's only 1 bug here, but I think Shades already hit it. We just go back to our corridor, because that's where everything's gonna spawn, and we try to kill the overlord as fast as possible. Well, get it low at least. So this is pretty boring. As you can see, Shades got a bit of an issue here at 235. Yeah, so this is Shades POV. He has the Overlord jump backwards, which is really annoying, and it's also kind of stupid because he was like already way over here. Now he got a second of the first spawn. That first spawn spawned the knight over here and up here. Yeah, and the right one went towards the van, so that's annoying. The way to get it, he gets stunned, that's also not too good. The Overlord jumps yet again to the van. Now he's finally following him. He doesn't... here he gets a second spawn. Now he just kills the spitters and the knights before the next wave spawns. So as for me, I do the exact same basically. First spawn, before knights, I focus the Overlord. Second spawn. So this last wave is really annoying because I get to spawn knights and the other two get spitters. And the spitters don't follow you, they just run away. And as you can see in just a bit, Shades often had issues with that, because he also has to make sure the Overlord doesn't die, while Sean can just do whatever he wants. So last wave spawns here, I still got plenty of swarm from the Overlord hanging here, which I still have to kill. And the Overlord itself also has like pretty high amount of HP left. So I dodge his spin, and I just kill everything. And I was the latest this time, because my Overlord still had too much HP and I still had those two spitters that it spawned. So yeah, 313, our PB was 300. I'll put a screenshot on the screen. Now as for Shade's side, it's like similar towards Sean's, because they both have spitters. So yeah, wave 7 spawns, as you can see, all the spitters here. He kills the Overlord on time. Now he's got all the spitters. Now you can see here, some run to the right, some run to the left, and that's really annoying. And that's it. So yeah, in the end, we got 150 mo.gold for placing third place, as you can see here. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm looking forward to even more of those events, which are replayable because of the leaderboard rewards. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!